Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today, and how's life where you are? I hope everything is good. So we talked about the chair yesterday, J Bates chair design. I posted pictures on Instagram, which got posted to Facebook, and I shared them. And for some reason, I don't know why this happened, and I'm not complaining, but when Facebook picked up the images from my Instagram, I just used the little slider in Instagram that says post to Facebook. It picked it up as an item for sale, and it posted it as an item for sale. I don't know why. I just guess because I listed materials and stuff in there and said it was a project or whatever. I don't know, but Facebook automatically said, "Hey, this must be for sale," and that means that some people thought it was for sale. That's fine. It's not, but that's fine. The question came up, how much? And so I thought we'd talk today about this particular chair design. Is it sellable? Is it not sellable? I don't know, so let's go. The thought process here is that Jay sold this template as a thing that you could purchase from him and then you could use to manufacture chairs for sale. He did all the heavy lifting of the design work. One of the nice things that he did that is not kind of, I should say, standard to the traditional camper or Civil War chair is he added this nice little radius. So it's got this back support that's cupped. It's got this seat that's radius so it's comfortable. So there's comfort in this chair. That's what makes it special. The problem is that comfort, these non-straight lines, means it's a lot of work. I would say total time, start to finish, on the chair that I made was about 6 hours. It's maybe a little less. It might even be closer to 5 hours, but it's between 5 and 6 hours. Which means that to sell this thing at any sort of a reasonable rate, say I'm paying myself $10 an hour, which is nothing. I'm charging $50 to $60 in labor, plus all the pieces, all the wood, screws, linseed oil, rags. I'm having to charge $120 to make up for the work that I put into it. Is a collapsible, outdoor-friendly chair made out of oak worth $120? Well, that's up to the client. And that's, truthfully, I feel like I'm not getting paid enough if all I'm charging is $10 an hour for my labor. So at $20 an hour for my labor, I have to suddenly charge $180 for this chair. And nobody's going to pay that. So the part about this chair that makes it unique, the part that makes it comfortable, the part that makes it easy to assemble with all these cool little notches and you just snap it together essentially, is the part that makes it take a very long time to make. And the part that makes it very expensive to manufacture and sell. So, people have said, is it for sale? No, this one's not. I will make one for you. I will charge $120. It's that simple. If you want one from me directly, you can email me. All my contact information is always in the description, and I will make you one, and I will mail it to you. We'll figure out pricing for that. I've also thought about, could I sell it unfinished? Unfinished, the finishing time on that chair was about half of the time. So a good 2.5 to 3 hours of my time was spent finishing. So I could knock the price down to, say, $90 if I don't have to do any of the sanding and finishing. Okay? And if I don't have to do any of the assembly, it doesn't really take that much off because I'd have to still pre-drill for you and do all that work, maybe $80. It would be cheaper to ship that way. All this goes to say, I don't think this chair is economical. This is essentially a folding wooden chair. And you can buy folding wooden chairs at Walmart for less than $50. It's comfortable. It's way more comfortable than that folding wooden chair you're buying at Walmart. But finding the customer that's willing to pay the $120 for one of these chairs, that's not easy. So what could you do? Well, the simple answer is part of the reason that the Civil War chair was so popular was because it was so easy to manufacture. I'll try to put some pictures up here of traditional Civil War chairs. They're just straight pieces of wood with some slats nailed or screwed to them. That's it. And I could manufacture one of those in a couple hours tops. Probably, if I had a jig set up to kind of set the slats, if I had a jig set up to do this, which would be very easy to make, where it sets the slat spacing for me, I could make those chairs very quickly. Like, assembly would take less than an hour, and then sanding and finishing maybe a half hour. It would take me no time at all to make. It would be less expensive on the wood, because you have to think, cutting this one in particular, cutting this shape out of a piece of wood means that from here to here and all of this is wasted wood. From here to here and all of this is wasted wood. There's a whole lot of wastage in making these curves. So I could make the chair much quicker, much cheaper, much easier doing it the traditional way. The traditional way is not as sexy. It's not as comfortable. It's not as nice. It's not as pleasing. But I could reasonably manufacture the traditional chair for probably closer to $60, like total, out the door. So, is the chair for sale? No. But I would make you one. If you want to pay me $120, I'll make you one. That's the answer. What do you think? Is a chair like that worth $120 to anybody? I don't know. Maybe I'll find some customers, maybe I won't. But it's, it was fun making it, and I'm going to make more for myself. I don't know that I'll ever make any more for somebody else. We'll see what happens. It's difficult to price your own work, especially when it's like kind of abstract work like this. Like, how do you price your time to somebody and say, listen, you're getting a wooden chair, but this wooden chair is not factory made in China. This wooden chair is made by a dude in his garage in West Virginia out of locally sourced hardwoods. I could put the Etsy spin on it. This is handcrafted in West Virginia from locally sourced hardwoods, and it's $480. And maybe that'll attract a customer. And maybe that's the answer. Maybe charging $120 isn't enough, because that's going to give me the person who goes, oh, I really want one, but if I say it's $220, then I'm going to get the person who's like, that's awesome, I'll totally take one. I don't know. How do you price your work? Let me know in the comments. I'd love hearing from you. I got soccer tonight. It's going to be a busy evening, so I'm wrapping this one up quickly and taking this with me to edit. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, being wonderful people. I do appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Princeton.edu. Who invented the kazoo? Invented in the 19th century by African-American named Alabama Vest in Macon, Georgia, the United States. The first kazoo was manufactured to Vest specifications by Thaddeus von Clegg, a German clockmaker.